Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CBS Colorado Sports Office alongside CBS Colorado Sports anchors Romy Bean and Rod Mackey. I am Michael Spencer, and you may have heard there is a pretty big football game Saturday afternoon at Mile High.
Wait, what? What is this?
Breaking news.
Breaking news for Rod Mackey.
Good to know.
2:30 on CBS Colorado, by the way. The Broncos and the Bills in the divisional round of the playoffs. So we're going to break it down. Here's what we got. We got Broncos, Bills. We got a couple different angles that we're going to take this from, and we're each going to give our rating and who we would give the advantage to, the Broncos or the Bills. Romy, let's start with you. Quarterback, where are you going?
Oh, you're just putting me on the burner first, aren't you?
Coming out hot.
Aren't you? If you look at the two of these quarterbacks, you got to give it to Josh Allen for playoff experience. He's played 14 playoff games. But the big one for me, the reason why I'm giving it to Josh Allen, this is no offense to Bo Nix, but it's because what he can do with his legs. He had 14 rushing touchdowns in the regular season. Bo Nix had 5. That is the X factor in my mind.
I don't think anybody's going to blame you for that. Romy, go ahead and put a little blue check there so we can follow that. Roderick, where are you going here?
I'll be honest, this is the one matchup I didn't want. There were 4 options. The Bills scared the heck out of me. I just got deja vu all over again back to last year. I think it's going to be a big difference to be here at Mile High. This is the reason, is because of Josh. Bo's been great, but Josh Allen is one of those special quarterbacks everyone's talked about. He's one of those. Today, the defensive coordinator, Vance Joseph, said he's one of those quarterbacks that can wreck games for you. Yeah. As good as the Denver D's been, this is the one guy left in the playoffs that concerns you most. Give me Josh over Bo.
There may come a day where we're putting Bo Nix above Josh Allen, maybe when Josh Allen's late in his career. That day is not today. Josh Allen over Bo Nix.
My favorite answer was Zach Allen was asked, well, why is he so hard to take down? He said, he's 6'5", 260.
Yeah, you try and take him down.
And Zach Allen's not a small man.
No. We have talked all season long about the running game. Who do you give the advantage to in this one, Rod?
If J.K. was there, I'm all about the Broncos. The problem is you got a rookie. Mm-hmm. You got Jaleel, who's been great. I like R.J. I like Jaleel. I'm going to go with Buffalo on this one as well.
Romy?
I have to do the same. J.K. Dobbins is still the Broncos' leading rusher.
Which is crazy.
He hasn't played since that Thursday night game against the Raiders. And so you've got not only James Cook, who can absolutely wreck a game, but you have to account for Josh Allen. Josh Allen has more rushing yards this season than R.J. Harvey. So
he's their best rusher.
So there you go. So unfortunately, I got to do the same.
I would love for the Broncos to run the ball in this game because I think they can run the ball against Buffalo's defense, but I'm a believe it when I see it kind of guy, and until then, I'm going with the Bills. Let's talk.
Like the way this board shaped.
I know, right? But
Patience,
that's okay.
everybody.
Yeah. We got the winner coming up still, TBD. Wide receivers, tight ends. This is a banged-up Buffalo wide receiver and tight end room.
The Buffalo has lost half of their wide receiver rooms. I don't even know who the Buffalo receivers are. I mean, we do in theory, but the Broncos receivers, I have a lot more confidence in them when we're going to go just straight up injury. And Cortland Sutton's obviously really, I think he's going to have a really big postseason. I feel really confident about that. I like the Broncos. Rod?
I'm repeating Romy. I think Court's going to have a huge postseason. I actually think Evan Ingram's been coming on. I know he's not the player that we all thought and hoped he would be at the beginning of the season. He's been coming on game by game. He seems to have a little bit better of a relationship now with Bo. They seem to be on the same page. I'm taking Denver in this one. Give me the Broncos.
Not a whole lot of disagreement here amongst the three of us. I'm going Broncos.
I'm going to go like this
for
right
sure
now,
as well. Yeah, let's
go
ahead. This is the most obvious one on the board, right? The Broncos defense. Everybody's taking them, right?
I mean, what do we say? Defense wins championships. Yep. This is the X factor. And when you look at a lot of the things that went wrong in last year's game with Buffalo being able to run for over 200 yards, the Broncos brought in guys to help with that. Dre Greenlaw, Talanoa Hufanga are absolute game wreckers, and they're different. This defense is different, better than they were last year. Absolute edge.
Romy, what do you make of the intangibles heading into this game and what that might come down to outside of the things that we've already talked about?
Shall we pontificate on intangibles? I think there's a lot you can choose from. What I will talk about is the Broncos in crunch time. They are 11-2 in one-score games this year. You look at the wild card weekend, all but 2 of those games were one-score games. A lot of them, 3 of the teams were trailing at the 2-minute warning and went on to win in the wild card round. If that's not a recipe for success for the Denver Broncos, I don't know what is. They are so confident in crunch time. They're confident if they're trailing, and that is a huge intangible that I think gives them an edge in the postseason.
Rod?
I'm with you. I think that they find ways to win. They've proven it all season long. The other intangibles I'm going with is home field advantage. If this game was in Buffalo, I'm taking the Bills. It's in Mile High. I just gave away my winner. But intangibles, home field for the Broncos. Plus, as we alluded to earlier when we were talking about the wide receivers, this Bills team is a banged-up team. Now, Josh Allen, man, he is tough as nails, but I still think those couple things Give me the Broncos for intangibles.
I'm going to go with the Bills for intangibles only because
why?
they've been here before.
That's a good point.
And
That's a
I
good
know
point.
we rated their QBs,
Yeah.
but that is an intangible too. When Josh Allen turns into Superman,
that's true.
I think that the Buffalo might have the edge there. But as you alluded to earlier, I know you're picking the Broncos to win this thing.
Yeah, I might as well just go ahead and put them.
Romy, what do you think?
Well, you know what? I hope people didn't stop watching after the first two because you're like, oh my gosh, what guys do we cover? But yes, I'm going to give it to the Denver Broncos. I think they're going to one-score game, close game, less than 3 points. Maybe it's a 1-point game. I think it's going to be really tight. Come down to crunch time. Denver Broncos.
The reason I'm doing it is I'm putting more importance on this than this. It's close, but that's why. I think the defense, as Rome says, this is what wins it for you. And they've done it all year long, found ways to win.
And I went with Buffalo's intangibles just so that it wasn't chalk all across the board because I'm going the Broncos to get the win on Sunday. And, of course, you can see that game, 2:30. Countdown to kickoff comes your way at 10 a.m. We will be live starting at 7 a.m. with CBS Colorado Mornings, and then we will have post-game coverage for you right after the game. So from 7 a.m. all the way until 7 p.m., CBS Colorado is the place to be Saturday as the Broncos host the Bills.